Hey mamas, you're listening to the Balanced Working Mama podcast, the only podcast teaching you how to balance your work, motherhood, and wellness. I am Dr. Amber Thornton, clinical psychologist and mama wellness consultant. Each week we dive into tips and strategies and much more so that you too can become a balanced working mama. Let's dive in. Hey mamas, welcome to season 7 of the Balanced Working Mama podcast. Wow. um season 7. So season 7, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say about this. Season 7 is like crazy. What that means is that we have 60 episodes, and today is episode 61. It means that we've been podcasting since July of 2020, consistently almost every week, except for our 2 to 3 weeks break that we take every quarter. Your girl has been consistent, and it shows for so many reasons. And you all will get to that towards the end of this episode to talk about how Balanced Working Mama has grown. But first, can we just say hello and how are you all doing? And again, welcome to season 7. If you are new here, my name is Dr. Amber. I am a clinical psychologist. I am the creator and founder of Balanced Working Mama. I am a mom of 2, a toddler and an infant. I am a wife. I live in DC. I really love talking about millennials, moms, and our wellness. And that is why I'm so passionate about Balanced Working Mama, because my mission in life is to help mamas just like me, just like you, to find the balance and wellness in motherhood. And I'm so passionate about this because we've been told for too long that there is no balance in motherhood, that when you become a mom, all the stuff that you used to do for yourself has to end. And we just know that that's not true. And so I am cultivating a space and a community for mamas who don't believe that, but then also who want some support, some help, some guidance, some accountability, and building a life that includes themselves, their needs, their desires, their wants, their passions, their wellness, and their balance. And so that is what we are here for. That is what Balanced Working Mama does. And I just want to dive into today's episode. So, of course, we talk about balance a lot, right? Balance. And I actually today wanted to walk you through a really quick quiz to let you know how balanced you actually are when it comes to balance and wellness and motherhood. And so, for those of you who know Balanced Working Mama, you know that balance for us means something completely different. It's not juggling all the things equally, it's not trying to do all the things well. It's something completely different. And so, if you are wondering, if you do have balance right now, if you're wondering how balanced you are, I've got something for you in today's episode. So, what I want you to do, I want you to grab some paper. I want you to grab a pencil. It doesn't have to be big. It could be a Post-it, just something you can write down some yes or no's to. Or if you got your phone, pull up your notes app, whatever you need to take some notes as we go through this. And I promise it will be quick, but I'm going to walk you through 9 questions to help you figure out how balanced you actually are. Okay, let's do it. Let me pull up my notes. Okay, are y'all ready? Let's do it. How balanced are you? Question number 1. So, I'm sorry, I did not give instructions, you all. So, the instructions are, when I ask a question, you mark yes or no. Okay? Yes or no. Number 1, is establishing and enforcing strong boundaries in your life an ongoing challenge for you? Yes or no? I'll repeat that. Is establishing and enforcing strong boundaries in your life an ongoing challenge for you? And this could be in your friendships, it could be in your work, it could be in your family, in your home, any area of your life. Number 2, do you struggle with prioritizing your wellness and well being? I will repeat that again. Number two, do you struggle with prioritizing your wellness and your well being? Number three, do you feel as if you've lost yourself in the process of becoming a mother? Or another way to put that, do you feel connected? Do you feel disconnected from yourself as a mom? Do you feel as if you've lost yourself in the process of motherhood? Or do you feel disconnected to yourself now as a mom? Yes or no? Number four, do you struggle with asking for help? Yes or no? Again, number four, do you struggle with asking for help? And this could be, again, any area of your life, your home, family, work, any area. Do you struggle with asking for help? Number five, do you find yourself struggling to embrace change or newness? Number five, do you struggle? I'm sorry, I've lost track of where I'm at. Yes, we're number five. Do you struggle? Do you find yourself struggling to embrace change or newness? Yes or no? Okay. Number six, have you had difficulty identifying your mom tribe or your mom community? And by this, I mean a community of mothers that support you and offer a safe space for you. Have you had difficulty identifying your mom tribe or mom community? Yes or no? Number seven, does mom guilt prohibit you from enjoying normal day to day activities for yourself? Again, does mom guilt prohibit or interfere with your ability to enjoy normal day to day activities for yourself? Yes or no? Number eight, do you feel as if you have to take on more responsibilities because there is a particular way that you like things done? Yes or no? I want to repeat that. Do you feel as if you have to take on more responsibilities because you like things to be done in a particular way? Yes or no? So, an example of this might be, oh, I have to do it because they don't do it the right way, or he or she won't do it the way I do, so I have to do it. That's an example. And then, lastly, number nine, do you struggle with delegating to other people in order to lessen your load? And again, this could be at home, it could be at work, with your family. Do you struggle with delegating tasks to other people in order to lessen your load as a mother or as an employee or as a family member? Any role? Yes or no? Okay, you all. I want you to make sure that you got all your yeses and your nos correct. Again, there's no right or wrong answers here. This is more so just I want to make sure that they are true for you. Okay. So what I need you to do, I need you to count all of the yeses that you have. Count them all. Count all the yeses. Okay. Now, whatever that number is for however many yeses you have, I want you to write it down. And I'm going to tell you what that means about your balance right now. Okay. So, if you have between 0 and 2 yeses, you are on your way to being a balanced working mama. You are really working on those categories that will help to allow you to have some balance. And we really just want you to keep up the good work. It's likely that you've been working really hard to make sure that you are holding your boundaries, taking care of yourself, saying no when you need to, asking for help. And so continue to do it. And in the areas where you do have some no's, or I'm sorry, in the areas where you do have the yeses, just continue to work on those, push through because we eventually want those to become no's. Okay. If you have 3 to 5 yeses, what we call this is mama modifications recommended. And so what that means is that there's definitely some strong areas for you and that you are working in some areas to find the balance, but there's also some areas that need some room for improvement. And so this is one of those areas where it's kind of like it could go either way. There are some days where you're doing really well, and there might be other days where it just feels like there is no balance at all. Lastly, if you have between 6 and 9 yeses, that means that we do have some concerns for you, mama, and there might not be as much balance as you need. And so you might notice that you are struggling with finding the balance. You are struggling with boundaries. You are struggling with asking for help or saying no. You are struggling with prioritizing your needs. You are feeling really disconnected to yourself. And first of all, I just want to say you're not alone, because I assure you that there are a lot of mamas who are listening to this. There's a lot of mamas who have done with this with me before, where they've noticed that there is not a ton of balance. But the key is you're listening to this. And so that means that there's something in you that wants more balance. And the good news is that there is something that can help. And so I hope that this was eye opening for all of you, just to help you see where you are in terms of how balanced you are or how you're doing when it comes to your balance. I want everyone, all of us, to actually believe that there can be balance in motherhood, and that even if we have a little bit, that there can be more balance in motherhood. There is no such thing as motherhood stopping our show. There's no such thing as motherhood not allowing us to do anything. There's no such thing as that. We get to create and cultivate the life that we want. And if we need help, we have to ask for it. And so what I'm hoping is that those of you who have noticed that there is less balance and you're wanting more balance, that you will join the Balanced Working Mama community. And I hope you will join us this week. As you're listening to this, you might you probably know. You may or you may not know, but there are many, many mamas joining us at this very moment. Our doors to the community have opened on January 1st, and we are officially live. We are officially alive. And what I want to tell you is that if you know that you are struggling with finding the balance, if these yeses that you circled and, kind of were open about really scare you or just don't make you feel good, there is a space for you. There's a place for you to work on those things in community. The one thing that I love about this community already is that there are mamas here who want the support, need the support, asking for the support, but also those same mamas are looking to support the other mamas as well. So it's a really twofold process. You come in asking for support, and then you're also giving so much support um, in return. And so I'm so excited for this community to finally be here. I know we've been talking about this community for months now, and the wait is over. And so what I want to tell you is that if you are ready to join us, you just go to balancedworkingmama.com/community, read all about our community, what it involves, what it entails, what it requires, read about the investment, and then click join, and boom, you're there. You can join us in our community. We cannot wait to have you. So excited to see you in the community, so that we can really start working on these areas and help you find more balance and wellness in motherhood. There's going to be so many things happening in the first few months of our community. We already have about 14 events scheduled. And when you join, you'll see all of the events in our calendar in our community. And our first event begins the second weekend in January. And it's an event with me, and it's called Plan Your Well Year. And what that is us coming together to really plan what we want our year to look like, as it will include wellness. And so a lot of times what happens is that, at the start of the year, we're planning, okay, this is what I want for my life. This is what I want for the family. This is what I want for my career. But we don't really plan out, this is what I want for my body. This is what I want for my mind. This is what I want for my emotions. This is what I want for my wellness. And that's what we're going to do in this first event. So I'm really, really, really excited for you all to participate in this. Following that, we've got tons of events and meetings with Coach Christina. If you're not familiar with her, she is the founder and creator of J2M Fitness, and her passion is really helping moms to find the consistency and joy in fitness. And I know that's something that all of us struggle with from time to time. And so, this first few months in the community, we are going to get hands on knowledge and expertise from the expert herself to get us more consistent. And so this is not going to look like us doing workouts together, but rather her talking us through how to become consistent in whatever fitness will look like for us, because it will be different for every mama. And so Coach is going to join us. Then we have a few other events, one called Becoming Balanced. And so that one is definitely going to be focused on how do you find the balance. And then there is Finding Wellness, where we actually break down the 9 areas of wellness for all working mamas. And then, oh, there's so many things, y'all. Everybody who joins us in January will get access to our motherhood wellness assessment. And so that pairs really nicely with our Finding Wellness event, because you will get your results for your personalized wellness assessment, and you'll actually get to see where am I strong and where do I have some areas of growth when it comes to my wellness. We'll talk you through all of that so you fully understand what that means and how to then implement some more habits, better strategies into your wellness. We also gonna have a book club, y'all. I'm excited for that. Our book club will likely start mid February, early March, but we'll see how the community goes and how the tone of everything is going when we first start. But either way, there's a place for you and a space for you to work on these things that we just talked about in our community. I want to communicate to you that you do not have to do this alone. Balance is not easy, especially just simply overcoming the idea that there can be balance, there can be more. There is a possibility for you to feel differently, to feel better, and I want that for you. So I hope that you will join our community, and I cannot wait to see you there. Head to balanceworkingmama.com, join our community, and that is that, you all. Aside from the community, I want to let you know what to expect this season in the podcast. We will have a few mama guests on the podcast, one of them being the supernova mama herself. Y'all, me and Natasha, we just are always doing something together. We collaborated in last year's retreat. We just did an IG live together to help promote the community, and now she's on the podcast. And you're actually going to hear Natasha twice on the podcast, because she's going to have one episode where she talks about neurodivergence, and then a second episode where she's going to talk specifically about positive parenting and positive discipline for Black families. So I am so excited for y'all to hear those episodes. I believe those will be the following weeks after this. We also will have one of our favorite balanced working mamas joining us and telling us a little bit about her journey of becoming a balanced working mama, and then what that meant for her going back to school and pursuing her degree and moving forward with the things that she never thought she could as a mama of 4. Wait, is it 5? I lose track, but she's going to tell us when she gets to our episode. We also will have, there's a lot of goodness in this episode, or I'm sorry, in this season. We're going to have a primary care physician who is also a mama come to speak with us about preventative health. So that will also be a good one. And then also there will be some episodes from me to talk about a few things: motherhood, balance, wellness, all of that. So I hope that y'all find what you need in this season, but I'm also really open to ideas of what you all would like for this season and future seasons. So if something comes to mind for you, please reach out to me. Email me, hit me up on Instagram, let me know, what do you want to hear on our podcast? Because I always have ideas, but I want to know what you all like as well. Okay. Well, I am out, you all. I am going to hop into the community real quick just to check and see how things are going in there. Again, I hope that you will join us. I cannot wait to see you in there, and talk soon. Hey, Mama. Thank you for listening to the Balanced Working Mama podcast. If you love this podcast, please be sure to rate it and share it with another mama that you know. And don't forget to follow me and Balanced Working Mama on Instagram. I'll talk to you soon.